welcome back to another Stu42 Minecraft video. Today I'm going to take a bit of a departure from my format of video that I've been doing recently. I started with this, monstrosity of a biofuel building, and then my videos have kind of become more of a how-to series. And while that's fine, I do think having the how-to series is still worthwhile. I did have a comment on one of the videos saying, they wanted to see more of my base and more of what I've been up to and all of that sort of stuff. So I have a little bit of an aversion to just recording myself playing the game. I've seen too many videos out there that, say how to do XYZ, and then you spend an hour watching while the person tries to figure it out. If I'm going to watch someone try and figure something out for an hour, I will probably much rather just me play the game for an hour to try and figure it out. So that's why I've sort of steered away from that. But never mind, this comment stands, and so I do agree that showing some of the stuff I've been up to is probably still a worthwhile idea. So I may just continue sort of two streams of videos at once. I'm not quite sure how to name them or number them or whatever. But there we are. We'll see how we go. Call it an experiment. We'll see how we go. So one of the things I was doing with Thorncraft is experimenting with a mana bean farm that I started. That's through that portal there. I found an island. I made it into what was going to be a mana bean farm. I've since decided to abandon that. So most of my work has been through this portal. We're in another magical forest biome. And the idea behind this one was just magic themed, really. I want to build a nice Thorncraft mage tower or mage building of some description. Ars Magica will be on here as well. Anything above ground, I've left the trees. I've tried to make it look sort of as natural as possible. I've got these bees on the go. Oh, there's another one. I'm trying to get this one to be one of these refined ones. So just take those out. Once that's pure, I'll put it in this one. And as I said, I will show you a how-to on bees. Now, the reason I'm using the refined bees is even though I wanted this to be magic, I still had to have some machinery. And the reason I wanted to have some machinery is because one of the ideas for the island was this MFFS thing. So the most you can put in there of the scale modules is 64. So when you get bigger, it doesn't seem to fill the force field up properly, and it doesn't matter what you do with the settings, it just does not seem to work. So 64 of those, and then I removed the blocks and put them in the chest next to it, and then I went 63, and then 62, and then 61. And those of you that have looked at my minimap will probably have guessed what I was doing. So after doing that a few times, I think 10 times, 9 times or something, 8 times, I went down to 56, I think. I ended up with this, which as soon as it loads, is essentially sort of a half ball floating in the middle of everything else. Now I do have a night vision. Yeah, I have night vision on these. So as you can see, there's a sort of massive floating half sphere in the ground. I haven't cleaned any of it up whatsoever, other than the odd block that was left behind. I've left all the raw materials showing. I've got the this ravine that was here, which cuts right into the middle of it. You might see down there, there's that very weird chunk that has the bedrock raised. I don't know why that one chunk happens to be like that. Probably a generation error. This server seed seems to have a few weird things. I'm not sure what sort of chunk generation we're doing. You see there's some glowstone here from a rare spawn hive. There's some end stone here from another rare spawn hive. I think over here, yeah, there was another one. And up here, here's one that I haven't got out yet, an infernal hive surrounded by glowstone. So yeah, they do happen in Overworld, and there's quite a few here. They're hurting me, so I'm just going to get out of here. I think I have a hover. Yes, I do have flight control. There's one of the other guys. Oh, Ninja Log. He's said see you and gone away straight away. So this is pretty much what I've been up to. Making this floating island. There's a where are we? In the middle. If I run around here, there's a magnum torch keeping away. Pretty much no mobs spawn on the island, so it's nice and safe. That there, as those of you that have used MFFS will be aware, uses quite a bit of power. So this is where I have my coercion driver and capacitors. That's my quantum bridge that connects to my main base. I've got a couple of extra ones here. I've been using this one for some of the mana beans that I've collected so far. Down here, the main power for the MFFS was a couple of railcraft steam turbines. These have been going for, I don't know, this one here has been going, a week and a half, 2 weeks maybe, and it still hasn't even reached half. But as you can see, it's not really doing a lot. So, those rotors do last quite a bit. I have fuel, and I have along here oil, and that was because I was next to an oil field. Through here we have another, only use the low pressure boilers now. They changed the way they work, so the low pressure ones are actually a bit better if you have the space, and I've got the space, so I'm using those. The bees upstairs, if I put, again, another A just to control the bees. If I throw the combs in there, they'll disappear pretty quickly into that and then be squeezed. Yeah, you guys know how that works. And at the very least, I will come past and show in one of the how-to videos, I guess, refineries for that. So that's what those bees were for. They were to basically, oops, they're falling over. They were about to basically give me some oil and fuel from the refined bee. There's just another view of the tanks from above. See the tesseract that I dumped oil in from the oil field. And that's pretty much it, I guess. I mean, if anyone has any comments on the format, by all means, I really liked getting the comment. And I know it was only one comment from one person, but it's it sparked me to make this video at least. Again, as I said, I have a bit of a aversion to just recording myself play. I'd much rather do a bit of the figuring out and a bit of the building, and then come past and either show you with a sort of a how-to kind of video, or a more of a showcasey kind of this sort of video, which is here is what I've done. If you want to know about any of the parts that I've done, I will make a how-to video on it if people want. As I said, I will be going into bees at some point, because I think bees, I don't think the videos out there really do it too much justice, with the exception of maybe Direwolf. So I know he's done some funky bee things, which I won't try and emulate or go over the same ground if I can. I might just show sort of the Stu way of doing it, I guess, as I found I do some weird things sometimes. So that's pretty much it for this. If anyone has any more ideas of what I can do with this island, now that I've made it, obviously I want to make the Ars Magica and the Thorncraft stuff on here somewhere. I need to get some seed oil from somewhere for those frame blocks. They're not being used at the moment, but I'd love to put frames in there to up my output of these. But again, everything on the top, my rule for this island is basically the less technology I can show, the better, or indeed no technology. So I will probably get rid of that at some point, get rid of these lux capacitors from out of here, get rid of this crafting terminal, which is set up via the network bridge, and a simple pressure plate. There's the power for the network bridge was a solar array. So I'll probably hide all those and get rid of them in favor of, I don't know what I'll do up here, but golems, something a bit more magical in terms of the harvesting, collecting, and all of the visible bits. So as always, thank you for watching. Tune in, I guess, to see what I do with this, or indeed post comments telling me what I should potentially do with it, because I'm a little bit lost. Once I had the idea for carving out this area, I sort of don't know what to do with it from here, other than maybe build some bridges, maybe I thought about putting a dome on it at one point, but then I realized the dome might not be quite as magical as I want for the theme of this island. So anyway, until next time, catch you later.